If it's not the CDub brand, well, it's not the CDub brand.
Hello, this is CDub with loopsbycdub.com, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an inside look into the Loops by CDub app. Listen, life just got easier for the gospel musician. If you use drum loops in church every single week, you probably don't feel like making them. I understand. You probably don't feel like lugging around an MPC everywhere, and definitely don't feel like learning complicated programs just to run tracks. All right, this app is going to solve your problem, and I'm going to get right into the overview right now. All right, so when you first open up the app, you're going to see a brief tutorial to kind of highlight some of the key features throughout the app. You're definitely going to want to go through that and just basically just tap on whatever it tells you to tap on, read whatever it tells you to read, so you'll understand what's going on in the app. I'm kind of just going to go through it right now since I'm doing this tutorial for you. But basically, you want to make sure you read everything because it's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good info. And lastly, you want to make sure that you accept push notifications, because that way we'll be able to send you different info when new loops come out and new tutorials come out and app features and all that kind of stuff, updates. So I'm going to set up the push notifications. All right. So now that we're into the app, let's note one thing here. This app is two-sided. All right. A lot of people don't know that. It's actually two-sided. It's not just loops, but it's also video tutorials. All right. And all the video tutorials that are on the site, loopsbycdub.com. But today I'm just going to kind of stick with showing you the loop side. So we're just going to tap on the loops icon, which is the first one. And what you'll see is a huge database of drum loops. All right. A huge database of drum loops. It just never ends almost. You know what I'm saying? It's growing every day. All right. So in order to access this database of drum loops, you will need an internet connection. All right. Whether it's your phone connection or your Wi-Fi connection, you do need the internet, but you do not need them to actually play the loops once they're downloaded to your phone. So note that you don't need them to play it. You can actually put the phone in airplane mode, which I definitely suggest while you're playing these loops. But you do need a connection to download the loop that you need. All right. So let's just first things first. Let's tap on my loops, because here you're going to see some loops that come preloaded into the app that you can already use and test out and see how the app works. And so we're just going to tap on one. Let's tap on War. And it says War SL, and the SL stands for Super Loop. All right, Super Loops basically mean that you could use this loop even if you didn't have a drummer, and it's going to carry the tempo and carry the beat by itself just alone. All right, so because you know that happens sometimes. So once you tap on it, you're going to see some information about the loop. You'll see the BPM and what type of loop it is, the data was added, and basically what you want to do right now is just cue the loop, and that puts it in the player. All right, once it's in the player, it's ready to play right now. I can play this loop right now. But before I do, let's talk about this player. First off, you see there's a very big play button. All right, I felt it was very necessary to make sure that it was easy to play the loop and you don't get it mixed up with other controls and accidentally go to a different loop or, you know, whatever. So this big play button, you can't miss it. You can really actually play it without even looking. It's just, you just pick up your phone and tap in the middle of the screen and it's there. Now the loops start from the top every time you press play. All right, so if you stop it and you press play again, it's going to start at the top. If you stop it, press play again, it's going to start at the top. These loops go forever. You know, they're infinite. All right, so this loop will actually just play forever. So I'm going to press play, and we're going to talk about some of the other controls down here. All right, so that'll loop forever. All right, so one of the first things you notice that when you press play, these two lights up here kind of switch from red to green. And I did that for two reasons. One is just to kind of let you know when the loop is actually playing. Maybe you have the volume down, but it kind of gives you an indicator. If it's red, nothing's happening. If it's green, something's happening. But also, too, these two lights are actually functions that you can tap while the loop is playing. And I'm going to show you what those functions do. All right, so let's go to Chasing After You. And let's cue up Chasing After You. Now, you know, sometimes when you get to the end of the song, the praise and worship leader may want to just drop out all the music and just go to piano while they're doing the more and more part. So, you know, sometimes you have to just stop the loop. And I don't like stopping loops, especially on songs that have this kind of strong beat to it. Once you stop the loop at the end of the song, it's just kind of like, what happened? But, you know, that's why I put this feature. The red light actually fades the loop out. All right, so if we're doing this song and this loop is going and it's time to break it down to just piano at the end, just hit the red light and it'll fade the loop out for you. All right, very convenient. I'm trying to tell you, it'll make a huge difference in the flow of the song just by fading it out versus just abruptly stopping it. All right, and then the green light, if we're playing, let's try this with a shout loop. Say you're shouting or the people are shouting and you got the loop going. All right, and the preacher gets up on the mic and he wants to say something. He tells the band to break it down, and the band breaks it down, but the loop is still going strong. All right, so instead of coming over here and trying to tap, put your finger on it and move the volume down, leave it up and just tap the green light. It's gonna drop the volume down by around 15%. Okay, and then once he gets through or she gets through saying whatever she has to say, and it's time for the band to come back in, just tap the light, and boom, it's back up. All right. So trust me, that's gonna really come in handy. I use it all the time at church, and it's gonna bless you. Now, one of the main things everybody's been wanting to know is about the tempo adjust. All right. Yes, you can adjust the tempo. I know you see it down there, and you're like, yes. So if you're one of those people that shout real fast, all right, let's do it. Or if y'all shout really slow, you can do that too. All right. Either way, you can adjust the tempo 25% up or down. And if you want to put it back to 0, just double tap and boom, you're right back to 0. All right. So those are the features in the player. Now let's back up and let's go back to browse. All right. Now, first off, the My Loops are actually the free loops that come on the app. All right. If you want to access the whole database of loops, you can listen to them and you can actually preview the loops. But in order to access them, you need to subscribe. So you're going to want to subscribe. We'll hit the subscribe button and I'll come back. All right, now that you're subscribed, now you can download any of these that you need. All right, and this is a great thing, y'all. This is a great thing. So basically, you go through, you find the loop that you need. Now, how do you do that? You can search through alphabetical order by title. You can search, in reverse if you want to, and do it that way. You can search by artist name, and it'll put those in alphabetical order. You can search by the date that it was added and by the BPM. But another way to search is actually tap on the search tab down here at the bottom. Now, if you want to filter by tempo, say, you want to do a song at a certain tempo, or you want to look for a loop that's a certain tempo, you can either, scroll right here to equal to actual particular tempo, something less than this tempo, something greater than the tempo on the right, or something between. Maybe I want to do something between 74 and 70, or let's say 81. All right. So once I go back out, you'll see that's been populated in the filter by tempo right underneath and display results. And it's going to display every loop that's in that range of tempos. All right. So also, and let's clear that out, just reset the filter. You can filter by type, and you'll see the regular drum loops. You'll see the super loops, the essential loops, shout loops. If you're just trying to find a quick shout loop real quick, just move that tab, make it green, come back out, display results, and every loop that's a shout loop, or even a song that's a shout type song, like The Blood Still Works by J.J. Harrison, all those loops are going to show up, and you have, you'll be able to use those loops right now. Like, let's do The Blood. Let's try that one. All right. So I tap on that one. It opens up. We download it. Look how fast it downloads. It's already there. Boom. We're in the player already. Got a shout loop right there. All right. So it's that fast. Right. I mean, it's really that fast. Now, another way you can search, if we reset all this, is by just a keyword. So if there's a particular loop, say you're going to do, let's see, This Is the Freedom by Tasha Cobbs. I'm just going to type in freedom, because I don't feel like typing in This Is the Freedom. So I'm just going to type in freedom, and it's going to come up with any song that has freedom in it. And there it is right there. Download it so fast. It's there, ready to play. All right. So that is lightning fast, y'all. To be able to download a loop that fast and have access to it right then and there, it's amazing. Very, very, very amazing. All right, so since it's so easy to search and it's so easy to find your loops, guess what? It's so easy to prepare your loops for Sunday morning. All right, now if I want to put these in a playlist, all I have to do is just tap on it and tap this first little icon where you see the 1, 2, 3. It's gonna bring up a heart. That way you know it's added to the playlist, and just do that on all of them. Okay, very fast, very quick. Doesn't take a lot of time. Go to playlist. They're there. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't take a long time. Now I can reorder these loops in any way I want to just by holding on the right side here and dragging whatever I need to be in whatever order I need it to be in. So let's say we're gonna do big first. All right. Now, if I tap on big, as you can see, there's a previous and a next button added to the player. All right, and this is gonna just help you navigate. You'll see the name at the top. That way you'll know what loop you're playing. Also, you can tap on the playlist icon at the top right here and basically go to whatever loop you want to go to, straight to it. All right, and have it queued up. Now, one thing you do need to know, you can remove the loops from the playlist, but make sure if you want to take them off of your phone, you got to go to My Loops and remove the loops. All right. So if you're trying to save space or whatever, go here, just remove the loop, confirm, and it's gone. All right. So removing them from the playlist does not remove them from your phone. You have to remove them from My Loops. All right. So that's basically an inside look on the app. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Get the app. It's going to bless you. It really, really is going to bless you. It's a no-brainer. Thanks so much. This is CDub with loopsbycdub.com. Be blessed.
If it's not the CDub brand, well, it's not the CDub brand.